Christmas sojourners. Thank you for joining me on Jay's journey today. Jay here. It's New Year's Eve morning. Great morning. I slept so good last night. Wow. I mean, I slept probably almost a full 8 hours, which never happens for me. Anyway, so then I got up. I did about 20 minutes on the exercise bicycle, which was great. Had the coffee this morning. You know, I just discovered something that's kind of neat. I only have a couple cups of coffee every morning, and that's it. So I know I got friends that drink coffee throughout the day, whatever. I can't do that. I don't. It wires me out, and it's not good for me. That one cup in the morning is great because it just kind of wakes you up, makes you feel good, gets your brain working. When my in-laws passed away, one of the things we got was an old percolator, ceramic percolator coffee pot, and our Mr. Coffee Maker thing is old and kind of wore out, and I percolated coffee, and it brought back memories of when I was a kid. I used to stay at my grandmother's house. In the morning, you could smell the coffee. She would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get breakfast prepared or whatever. You could smell the bacon and the coffee and all those good things in the morning, which are a wonderful thing. You know, we take a lot for granted. When I was a kid, that was when I woke up in the morning, I just loved that. It felt like security in heaven. But I would come down, and they had a big percolator pot on the stove, and you could see they had a little glass knob on top, and you could see the coffee percolating over the top and down through the grounds. That was the way they made coffee every morning. Now, I didn't drink the coffee then. I was too young and too little. But anyway, I got the percolator out and made the coffee, and man, it's awesome coffee. My wife said to me the other day, so I leave it on the carafe. It comes with a ceramic carafe there. When she gets up, they just turn on the heat and heat it up a little bit, and it's ready to go. My daughter and her both said, man, this is good coffee. You need to make this every morning. It's a little more work. It takes a little more time. It takes about 20 minutes instead of the 10 minutes when you put your automatic coffee maker on. You got to watch it. You don't want it boiling over or anything. So you heat it up quick, turn it down, get it to the right percolating speed, go for 5 minutes or whatever. But it's awesome. So I had a great cup of coffee this morning. One of the things on my list over the next couple of days was we've moved rehearsal for the discounts, the senior discounts, over to my brother Rob's house. There he is. There's Bobby.
Hello there.
Hi, Bob.
Happy Sunday to you.
Yeah.
Top of the morning.
And the rest of the day to yourself, sir. There. Oh, you look like the Holy Spirit, Dave.
I do?
Yeah. You got this light like going.
You know the Holy Spirit was Jeremy.
And there's Donald Duck Dunn over there.
Sounds like holy something.
And the bombers.
Happy Sunday.
Oh, my door. All right. And he set up his little attic studio really nice. It's just really nice. The only complaint I have is we rehearsed during the Broncos games, and he's got a great big TV in there of the Broncos games, and especially our bass player, Dave, cannot concentrate on the music. He's watching the football game, Rob too. And it's frustrating. It's like, you know, I look up when they're sitting there hitting wrong notes and they're staring at the TV. So this is the senior discounts. I'm recording you guys. So say something dirty.
Stuff in our face.
Bratwurst and football.
Yeah, football is the sworn enemy of musicians.
And cookies.
I just want you all to know that.
It's fun.
Yeah. So we're watching the Broncos' last game there.
Broncos Raiders.
Yeah, and I'm blocking the TV right now, so I'll probably get hit pretty soon with something. All right. That's just the way that is. But it's a lot of fun anyway. Football season's almost over, so it's not going to be a problem much longer. Rob really went out of his way, set up things. I've got a new piano that I got just before Christmas, kind of I guess you could call it a Christmas present to myself. I don't. It's a Williams, fairly inexpensive model with a weighted action, but nowadays the technology, the pianos, they just sound so nice. And it's like full 88 keys, it's portable. So I spent some time today reconfiguring a few things around here. Put my mixer up here. And there's a heck of a hum coming through the PA system. I haven't figured that out. Might be these balance lines out right here that are, I mean, I should go to a balanced line out. I think that's what's causing that hum. But I've got my Roland XP60 rolling here. And then the piano in the studio for rehearsals. I think this should be a lot of fun. Piano has a great sound. This is just the natural piano sound. Love it. And it's got a good road sound too. Kind of fun. Anyway, it's kind of a neat setup. And I told my brother about it, and he saw it and heard it, and he sat down and played mine. And then when he called me up and said, "You don't need to bring your piano to the rehearsal because I bought one just like it." So he's got the same model up in his rehearsal space because he likes to play piano too. Our family's very musical. I don't have to cart around any keyboards. I just have to bring several guitars. And that being said, I brought this Washburn guitar. I've had this for 20 years. It's an awesome guitar. And when I went to play a song, I think it was we're doing this song. It's a John Mayer song, and I'm not trying to do it, but I was playing that. I play that on this guitar. I plugged it in and going through his big sound system and everything, and there was this hum. Now I can hear. So I'm testing it out this morning through my little Line 6 amp, and I can hear a slight hum, but it was horrible in his system. So I couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought maybe because of the battery compartment or something, but I got it plugged into the Line 6, and it's not bad at all. I mean, you're listening to what I'm listening to, and there's the sound of the guitar. You can hear maybe a slight, I don't know if you can even hear it, but it's a slight hum. It's not bad. But I was going to pull it all apart and try to see what was wrong with it, and it's really not. It's functioning good. There is a slight hum, but it's not anywhere near as invasive as it was before. So that, just messing around with that this morning, I thought I was going to have to pull it apart, and I was going to try to take you on a little journey of looking at all the electronics. And it does have a panel into the Fishman system there. I think that's a Fishman. It's Equius 2. I don't know, but it's got a little equalizer. It's awesome. It's got a little equalizer system right there on the top. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. And then the back side, it's got a direct line out. It's got for a microphone plug, a balanced line out that you can use. And maybe I should have tried that and get rid of the hum. I'll bet that might help. And it's got a 1/4 inch, which I've got plugged in now. It's beautiful bird's eye maple finish on it. This is kind of a unique pattern with the cutaway hole like there. Acoustically, it sounds okay. Here, let me turn it down and play it acoustically for you. I mean, it's an acoustic guitar. That's without the amp. That's just acoustic. It's got a good acoustic sound. I play it all the time. It's not as loud as like the open hold, big thick acoustics. It's awesome, and I love playing it with the. I'll turn it up. There we go. Through the amp. You know, it's a great jazz guitar. Reverb on there. It's not as clean as I could have. It's got a little crunch on the amp, which is not appropriate for this guitar necessarily, but I was just trying to get that hum really to see how invasive it was. That was what I was doing this morning. The open mic night that we were going to do December 27th did not happen. The coffee shop went to holiday hours and decided not to have it but they're going to have it on the end of this month in January, which is great. This is a really slow time for my paint business. I've been focusing a little bit on trying to get in some leads and some, book some jobs for January. And that's been growing a lot. And then I'm growing out my beard a little bit. I don't know if you can see that probably. Notice this in the videos. I got to play Santa Claus over the holidays. And you might have seen our video, "Oh Come All You Faithful," I did with my daughter, Nicole, who does cosplay. I was the Santa Claus, and she's the one who provided me with all of it. She got everything from the used stores or disguise stores or costume stores, and put it together for Santa Claus because she volunteered me for the choir has a fundraiser. It's called the Gala Night at the high school, and my grandson's in the choir. I have a daughter that also goes to that high school, so I've got kids and grandkids all in the same school because we all live in the same proximity here in Colorado. I played Santa Claus over there for them, just before Christmas. Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. They did $2 a photograph for families. It was pretty cool. It was really good thing. The little kids were great, and even adults wanted their pictures taken with Santa Claus. It was a lot of fun, and years ago my wife had suggested that I should go to Santa school and become a professional Santa Claus. So I got to thinking about that, and I think this year I'm going to try that because I did have fun doing it. And so you work from, Thanksgiving to Christmas as Santa Claus. It should be a lot of fun. Something new in my life, to try. Sometimes when you do something, it doesn't bear fruit right away. You may not bear fruit right away on something you're doing. You plant the seeds or whatever. You got to wait for them to grow. That's really good thought because a lot of people have a tendency, if they can't do it right or can't get it right away, that they don't pursue, they don't persevere, they don't keep working towards it. It just takes time sometimes for things to develop. I go to Santa school this summer and I start playing Santa Claus from Thanksgiving to Christmas. Will it be lucrative? Will I have a lot of fun? I don't know. We got to do it and try it. And if I do it many years in a row, I'm sure it might be repeat gigs. That's another thing, is when you feel on certain days or times that you're not getting anywhere. That happens to all of us. When you're learning an instrument, you might be playing the same thing over and over and trying to learn chord changes, basic chord changes or something. And so you're going and you just can't seem to get it. You just can't seem to get, you're trying to do double picking or like that, And you start out with doing that. And you do it for hours and you don't see that you're getting anywhere. What I can tell people, not just about music, but about running a business, about anything in your life, if you feel you're not getting anywhere, go back. This is a good time of year to do it. Go back and see where you were when you started last year. And be realistic. And sometimes it helps to write it down because, it's real easy to be negative and say, oh yeah, I did the same thing last year and nothing happened. Well, no. Stop and think. What did you do last year? Did you try something new? Did you start something new? What kind of development were you involved in with other people, with your family, your wife, your kids, whatever it might be? Was there any developments there? If you're getting older like me, did you have any new grandchildren this year? What were joyous moments in your life? Think about the good things. And think about what you accomplished. You say, okay, well, last year I was here, I look back over the year and I say, there was great things that happened in my house. And they didn't happen just because of me. I had a lot of help, But we got this back room office set up for me. The things that we accomplished were, getting some areas painted in my own home. I grew my business by about 30% last year, which was awesome. I did learn a lot of new songs on guitar. Plus, I did some more recording. I hadn't done some recording in a few years, so now I've started doing that again with some instrumentals, some of my original music. I'm going to start doing some more and more of that. Started this YouTube channel. If you get to a point where you're thinking, I'm not making any progress, it could be any time throughout the year. Go back 1 year and see how much you've done in a year. Because if you think in the short term, like the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it doesn't look like a whole lot of progress. So I tell my kids that all the time. I say, well, look what you did this year. Look at how many new things you've done and how much your life has changed in 1 year, especially for young people. My God, your life changes a lot every year. It's a lot to handle. In high school, from one grade to the next, there's a lot of changes going on, not just mentally, emotionally, physically. There's tons of changes going on. You're finding your personality, you're finding out who you are, what your interests are. So it's a big time in a person's life of change. Getting older is a big time of change. You're approaching retirement. You're realizing that you don't have that many years left to be working. Nowadays, we work as long as we can, but some people just want to get to that retirement thing where they can just sit around and do nothing. That's not a good place to be. You got to find something. Once you retire, it's fine, but then you find something else. My dad used to volunteer for everything in the community. That was his, and he loved it. And he loved being around people. He was an inspiration to me, just to watch how much he participated in life every day. And it's when you stop, that's when you get old and you get sick. And yeah, just keep looking back a whole year, see what you've done. It's a new year, and thank God life is full of many chances. So I goofed up yesterday, but today's a new day, right? Can start over. Forget about it. Move on. It's mixed in there with it too.